how to eat with all my hands. You know what I mean? So I saved money because I knew it was coming. So I was preparing for it. I'd work with it. I have my contacts already. I knew, okay, if I need to release a song, I'll just call this bros. I better go. Don't forget me or help me. Or, you know what I mean? At least I know that even if I'm going to pay for promotion, I might not pay so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank God for that. So the challenge was funding the music. You needed to do Google AdWords, for example. Yeah. You had to shoot a video. Video, as at that time, video cost, it will cost like nothing less than maybe 4M. Say, okay, 3M. Say you see person help you 2 point something M.
Now I be the shoot video cheaper for London.
I say 2 M. See that, but I mean, thank God, shout out to some people that really helped me. Like
the shoot video for like $1,000, $1,500.
My brother, and now I learn this trick. No worry, I don't learn this trick now. so that time, I mean, all the money I make from shows. Sometimes I did. So this is the part that I want people to get right. For like 2 years, I did a lot of putting my money back in the music. I mean, obviously
2 years after signing.
Yes.
Wow. So as you sign after you signed your deal, when you became independent, did you need to borrow money to start your career?
No.
Like borrow new money?
Nope. No. If I can't afford to do something that time, shout out to my manager, Nee would drop money for it, and then we'll now return it. You know how I mean that at that time, but I didn't have to borrow money from anybody really. So I saved money, and then so whatever I was making, I'll like put a percentage back in for music videos, promotion, things that you will just service your music basically. So I think that was the hardest part first, like putting your own money. My brother, to spend your own money on something is hard. When you're getting support from somebody, you're just lounging. You don't know the difference. So when you start to put your own money back, it's difficult. But I learned over time to just do it, And I feel like that's one of the hardest parts. If you don't have like you said, me, I'm favored to have.
Hold on. Next time you join me on live, you have to be drinking because I cannot be the only one.
My brother, it's what's the time? It's 2:39 here. Don't worry. Another time, I'll drink.
Yeah, so you were just saying how the rudest shock you felt after becoming
spending my own money. It was hard.
All of a sudden, you have to spend your money.
Yeah.
And spending your money is not fun.
It's not beans. So when I first left the label, I was trying to find the balance. When I was with the label, I didn't have to spend back on the music, so I was saving my own money.
Yeah.
But now it's hard to save as much as I was saving when I was signed, because everything I needed to just put back, and then that's what I did. So, but I mean, it was because I had learned to be very prudent even while I was signed. So it was not that hard for me, when I became independent. The biggest shock was that the fact that I needed to do everything by myself. I picked my own team. When I was signed, I got a manager because I was signed. But I had to this time I had to look I had to beg my friend to be a manager. I put my own band together. Shout out to my band.
Yeah, I saw that.
7 Elements.
The first time I saw your band, I was like, this guy, just take it easy now. Why are you?
My band? No argument. My band, the best.
No, your band.
They know.
Like Simi's band. Simi's band is better.
I bet they play for you. Even banjo,
they
know. Don't even try. Don't play with my band. 79 Element, baddest. What are you talking about? Please, let's go on. So I had to put my band together, and then I had to just basically I was the admin. But I'm not going to even say that I didn't get help because shout out to Nee when he joined the team, when he and I started rolling. Nee is my manager, by the way. My life became a lot easier because
when you were signed at YBNL, did you have your own manager?
Yeah. His name is Lupi.
Okay, so when you left YBNL, you got a new manager.
Yeah, Lupi was still working with me then, but he had to leave. I think he moved out of the country. So
okay, so what's the role of a manager as for you as a Nigerian artist starting? So I'll ask you fireside questions. Yes or no? When starting, do you need a manager
Yes.
in Nigeria?
Maybe not immediately. I have to be, yeah.
When you sign, do you need a manager?
Yes, definitely.
Why?
Because you need somebody to coordinate your life, at least somebody to take the bookings, somebody to help you put your interviews, your press, whatever together, right? Somebody that believes in your music enough to want to just stick their neck out for you everywhere, have all the conversations for you. Somebody to represent you
Yeah.
where you need representation, because you can't. You are just an artist. You don't know anything, for the most part. You cannot be
How
your
much?
own.
How
Uh,
how how much do you pay in Nigeria? How much is the typical rate that managers will collect?
I think it depends. Some people tend to me. I think it's 10 to 20, between 10 to 20%. 10 to 20%.
Of everything you earn?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
again, it's agreement. So, but 10 to 20%, sure. Yeah.
So okay, 10 to 20%. So you said yes. How do you get shows? How do artists get shows in? I obviously know how we get shows,
My,
but
my
I'm just
brother,
asking you. You know.
in our country, just prove yourself. One, and have hit songs. So, sadly, that's it. Have songs. But then for some of us, right? Um, I'm just favored, and I saying this because I'm just really favored. So if it's I'm trying to contradict myself now. If I say it's by having hit songs, I'll be lying, because it's not all the time that my songs enter all the charts. You know what I mean? Say blow up like other artists. But I guess I have built a reputation, right? With my performances. One of the things I tell people is be so good that they cannot do without you, right?
Mm.
There are some shows that, bro, you need Adekunle for this show. Call him.
So because of your distinct brand, isn't it?
Yeah, you have build a reputation that would just go ahead of you. That you don't need to be begging for anything. They will come. They know that they need this festival and they need live performance, like correct, solid live performances. They know who to call. You know
So
what I
the
mean?
thing shows is not like man no man. It's about Baba. You get it.
No, it's about songs. Oh, it's about songs, and then it's about building, knowing, like proving to people over time that you can. I mean, you are the right person for the job.
Okay. What
I
are
mean,
the
look at King
yeah
Sunny Ade, for example. King Sunny
yeah?
Ade does not need to. When last Baba drop single? Baba no dey drop single now. You know what I mean? So I'm saying if it's by song, it's not even by song. Baba has built reputation. Have you heard gist that Baba will even be the one to choose your own wedding date for you?
Wow.
If you want to book him to perform, he will choose your own wedding date for you. I've heard gist like that. So if you say, you want to get married on the 22nd of December, you want to perform, if Baba is booked, it's booked. You change your wedding date or not. That's
Yeah.
it. So again, build a reputation that would go ahead of you and then just do the damage for you. You just be chilling, be doing your work,
Yeah.
and then it
What are
happens
the ways
naturally.
Nigerian artists make money?
I think majorly the major one shows endorsements, streams. Now we started making money from streams, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God.
So that means
But I
number
think those
one.
are shows, definitely
See, I'm
endorsements.
taking notes. See, I'm taking notes. You
Shut
lecture
up, boo. You say I'm taking notes.
shows endorsements.
Endorsements, streams. And
I
some people
wanted
know
to
be
ask you one question, but I say if I
no,
ask you now, you say I wanted to ask you what's the highest money you've collected for a show. That one you could just
nah,
appear for
no,
Instablog Nigeria tomorrow.
no, I'm not reading that one. Make it. You know me, I mean I need to talk too much.
So what's your advice to and by what's your advice to you know emerging artists you know, and we'll take questions. We'll take questions after this question because I see we've done 46 minutes. We're almost done.
Yeah.
What's your advice to if what's your advice to independent artists who, hey, I've got talent, maybe I have a job, maybe I don't have a job. What's if you were to if your brother came to you and said, if your niece came to you and said, hey, uncle, I want to be a musician in Nigeria. What advice will you give to them? What guidelines will you say? Look out for this. Don't look out for this. Will you say sign a deal? Don't sign a deal? Will you even be willing to put money there? What will even convince you to even put money? Because I know say now your niece no mean say you go
I
drop
don't
money. You
no be so.
understand? So
Yeah.
maybe we'll take it one after the other. Number one, what 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 should someone who thinks, hey, I have talent, I want to, and has the drive to be a musician in Nigeria, what should they look out for?
So I would say first, don't forget that difference sells. Like this, I'll always give you this example. You're going to a market that has the same kind of sellers, right?
Mm.
What are you doing there? Bring something new. If you want attention, bring something new. What do you offer that's different? Are you coming to give us? Are you coming to give us
So
the
big
same of the same that
difference.
we are hearing? There's no
Okay,
point.
what else?
So that's one. Two, I'm telling you that you have to have a drive. See, when I was imagine saving my money when I was working. I'll do my 9 to 5, I'll get back home and then still find time to record, still do stuff.
Yeah.
Like nobody was going to tell me shit. That time, everybody I sent my
Please,
song to that time.
Adekunle, go this way. This station is we have kids, so please stay away from
No verse,
cursing.
sorry.
Yeah, thank
Sorry,
you very
sorry.
much.
Sorry. But yeah, so if you I don't lose my train of thought. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
I was working and then I was making the music. Nobody could tell me anything different. I remember I would I remember I sent my song to some people, and some people would tell me, your diction is not that great.
Mm.
Uh, this sound was not going to work. I mean, to be fair, my diction was not that great, so no
Yeah.
offense, it's fine. I mean, you learn every day. So um, and then I didn't take no for an answer. I was just very determined and I was so confident that I knew that I had a voice, and it was only a matter of time before people will hear it. So first you need to believe in yourself first, and then drive. You need that drive. If you get a no, go back. You know what I mean? Just keep going back. Don't let anything deter you from moving forward. And then I'm going to tell you for a fact, some friends will not support you. They won't. Some friends will not support you. I remember when I would send broadcasts to people that time. It was BBM time, right? When you send broadcast, send of your new music, and then some friends will say, don't send me broadcast. I don't like broadcast. But they send broadcast to you. And I'll be like, I'm confused. I'll design my album art myself, right? Because I used to design. I design everything myself. I'll design it and I'll send to a few friends. My new single is coming out on Friday. Please let me put it up on your story. Sorry, on your DP. It was DP that time. Let me put it on your DP, your Facebook, your Twitter. Friends will ignore you. I'll send my songs to blogs. That time, some people will read it. That's why I'll forever respect OVA. OVA always had my back. OVA, Ayo Jaguda, um, a lot of them then back then. So I mean, I just kept reaching out. That's the thing. That's the one thing I know how to do even till now. Kept reaching out. I wasn't stopping. I was just going, and I guess that's why I even made some relationships. So you need to just see. I can't stress it enough. Your drive needs to be like on 100. You need to, because if you can't convince somebody that you want to do this thing, nobody will believe in you. Even if you have the best of songs, they'll just be like, so what is it? I mean, why am I putting this money in you? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
have your drive, and then again, different sales. Just try and bring something new, right? And then, I mean, I'm not saying you have money, right? The money part is always the difficult part. Let me tell you, nobody wants to just drop money without knowing that it might come back. Except you find somebody that's very rich enough that doesn't care enough to spend like maybe 10 million naira on you for one song. And that person is rare, my brother. Let me not lie to you, it's rare. So just any creative way you can just find, just use it. You don't necessarily have to have talent like me to design stuff and do stupid stuff on Photoshop. That was my way. I didn't have enough money.
That was your way, yeah.
I had
And
small money. Yeah, and I
yeah.
used
And
it.
if you sign an artist, you're not going to tell the artist we are start doing Photoshop.
Yeah,
So
start doing Photoshop. You know what I mean? So
you can't do the same process.
yeah, and if you're right now, if you get a deal, make sure, please make sure you get like a solid lawyer to read for you, because instead of, I don't want it to end in tears for you. You know what I mean? So get a good lawyer to read your deal for you. Make sure that it's fair. Make sure that it's good, right? You might not. I mean, another thing, you might not always have everything that you want. So think about it. Is it a compromise you want to make? Fine. If it's not, just leave it.
So make your decision. Pick your decision.
Make your decision. Yeah. Know that you are in it. Don't come out tomorrow and come be complaining.